Hello and welcome back to episode 5 of The Forgotten City. I'm Vic and you're watching yet another Let's Play channel. And I don't know if it's just because I'm slightly deaf in my left ear, but to me it sounds like that bird is very much to my right. Okay, it's not just deafness. Anyway, apparently I marked a quest. I thought I was just saying I would look into it. Oh hey, I've got stuff. I get to keep things from my previous runs through the loop. That's nice. I wonder if I can farm Denari from that chest. That would be kind of cheaty, but it is a time loop. Wow, look at all those quests. Okay, can I turn it off? No? Alright. Well, we'll do that in a minute, but I do want to talk to this guy. Oh, have I already talked to you? Yeah, I have, haven't I?
Name's Rufius. Better watch your step.
Or not? Yeah, I have. Okay.
Whatever.
Bye-bye. Yeah, okay. Well, let's see what this is about. I believe this is...
a fellow traveler from a faraway land.
Virgil and his harassers.
Greetings. I'm Georgius.
Yep.
It gladdens...
Yeah, I know. You want to know where I'm from, but I really want to ask you some questions.
My friend, your words intrigue me more and more. But yes, very well. Ask me what you will.
Who are you going to vote for?
That, my friend, is quite the dilemma. But after some reflection, I'm leaning toward voting for Malleolus. I do not enjoy the thought of another visit from Domitius if I voted the wrong way.
Anything I can do to change that?
Nothing comes to my mind, my friend.
Any idea who's threatening Virgil?
This is troubling, is it not? I'm afraid I have no idea. It is ridiculous, though. Virgil is a fine man. But my young friend Fabia confided in me that she saw someone leaving graffiti on his shop front last night. Perhaps you should ask her about it.
Good deal.
I hope that our paths cross again soon, my friend.
Okay. I have cleared my quest markers. Have I talked to this individual? That's not a feller. Yes, not a feller.
Ove.
Oh, I already talked to you. Let's see. Aha, that's where we are. I don't think I've been this way yet. Who will guide me? Man, these guys are big fans of the garum. You wouldn't think there would be a whole lot of fish in their little aqueduct pond, but maybe that's just me. I found producing fresh water, which is coming from the aqueduct behind it. If water can enter the city via the aqueducts, perhaps there's also a way to escape through them. Yeah, we've already discussed that tooltip. So I'm guessing this is the palace, and that's probably the temple to the we don't know which god. Why is this overturned? Somebody's taking a beating in there. I'm locking myself in. Don't try to follow me. Nothing good will come of it. I'm 100% going in there. So this is one of the pieces that I'm having vague memories of from the Skyrim mod. I certainly feel like the layout of the city is quite different, but I'm also not sure how much. I don't think that really affects the story in any way, but it does help it feel less familiar, so I appreciate that. Yeah, why not? We're this far already. Let's go ahead and head on over to the Acropolis. Okay. Sweet. I'm almost halfway to 1,000 denarii. I might be able to buy that stuff anyway. Wait a minute. To survive, we must all be kind. Corrected to, we must all be wise. Corrected to, we must all be obedient. And finally corrected to, we must all be... Yeah, that seems to be the predicament, doesn't it? One begins to wonder if the Golden Rule has actually nothing to do with how you should do unto others, and everything to do with if you break the rule, you get turned into gold. Awkward. Oh. Well, that's one way to wind up in Tartarus, isn't it? Oh, this might be where Quinctius... Oh, okay. That's not where Quinctius. That's where I need Dully's key for. Don't I remember something about the caves behind the temple, though? Can I... I can? Should I? Let's not. Alright, let's check out the temple first. Not very well maintained, is it? I guess there's only 23 of them. We can't really expect them to spend all their time sweeping. And yet...
Salve, friend. I'm Octavia. Welcome to life under the Golden Rule. It's a ghastly thing, is it not? How are you faring so far?
Well, to start off, Octavia, I wasn't deliberately looking at your tits just now. That was just the way the camera was animated. I'm fine, thanks.
Ah, another stoic, perhaps. We all need something to help us through times like these. We've all been where you are now. I remember when I first arrived. I used to lay awake at night contemplating the big questions. Why am I here? Is there a way out? What is the Golden Rule, and who or what is responsible for it? I still don't have any of the answers, I'm afraid. I don't think anybody does. But I'm happy to share with you what I've learned.
Well, that's good. What is your story?
Here, in this place, the magistrate has me earning my keep by cleaning and pruning the gardens. It's not quite how I expected my life to go. I used to live in a lovely villa on the banks of the Tiber. I was even betrothed to a handsome young man from a prominent family. But long hours of menial labor for the good of the community has its own charms too, I suppose.
You are very optimistic. How did you end up here?
Oh, much the same way as many of the others. When the fires came to Rome 7 months ago, my family and I fled for the Tiber, hoping to escape on a barge. We were among the fortunate ones with enough coins for passage, but unfortunately, there were a lot of desperate people, and they boarded before we could depart. A scuffle broke out, and I was pushed overboard. The last thing I remember was the water, rising up to hit my cheekbone. I woke up by the river, near that shrine, and stumbled across this place.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, that's all right. I'm sure it's all part of God's plan for me.
Don't you mean the gods?
Oh yes, of course. A slip of the tongue,
Uh-huh. Let's talk about something else.
if you like.
Do you know a way out of here?
I'm afraid not. Although, I did once hear someone gossiping down at Aurelia's tavern about a possible way out. I don't put a lot of stock in such rumors, but if you're desperate and wealthy, you could look into it, I suppose. If that doesn't work, then I suppose we're all stuck here until the gods decide our fate.
I'll look into it.
I hope it works out.
One way or another. What do you think about the Golden Rule?
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. I think about those words a lot. I'd like to think that if we all love our neighbours as ourselves and do to them as we'd have them do to us, then we'll all be fine. But on the other hand, I was always taught the intent of man's heart is evil from his youth, and that all of us are born with a tendency towards sin. And that's where I get stuck. Is it true? Are we born with a tendency towards sin?
Seems that way to me.
If that's true, then sooner or later, things are going to end badly for all of us down here. Unless, of course, there's some kind of divine intervention.
Well, there's going to be some intervention, all right.
I wish I shared your faith.
We recently witnessed some intervention, didn't we? So you're a Christian.
Please keep that to yourself. I know you're not from around here, but things are very difficult for us right now. There was a terrible fire in Rome last year, and our emperor decided to make us his scapegoats. There were executions. It was horrible.
Your secret's safe with me.
Oh, thank you. You have no idea how much I appreciate that.
I'll be going now.
All right, well, it was lovely to meet you. I look forward to getting to know you better over the coming months. And if you ever...
I can't believe this is how it ends.
Oh, don't do that.
Oh, no. No.
The god says that's a
Orpheus,
sin.
What are you doing? Get back from there. If you lose your balance, you'll fall.
That's the idea.
What? Why? Why would you want that?
Why do you think I'm stuck for the rest of my life working for a man who treats me like an animal?
I know things are hard for you right now. They're hard for all of us. We're all in this together, Ulpius. Please just think this through. If you do this, it could be the sin that seals all of our fates. Is that what you want?
I'm sorry, but I just don't care anymore.
Please, Ulpius. Help him. If he goes through with it, it could be the end for us all. I don't know what to do. I've never had to deal with this sort of thing. Please, you need to talk to him.
Where's my cursor? Hello, cursor. Why can't I cursor, Octavia? So, do you think if I agree to talk to him, I have to do it right now? Or couldn't I go ignore him and look in the temple? Because I want to go look in the temple. And I want to go look in the caves. But I also don't want to just blow him off. Do you really think his suicide would break the golden rule?
I don't know, but it's a crime for slaves to take their own lives. And a debt bondsman isn't far off.
Alright, I'll talk to him.
Thank you. And please, choose your words carefully.
Ulpius, can we talk?
Let me guess. You're going to lecture me on how suicide is a crime against the Empire.
No, I think you have the right to die if you're suffering badly enough.
You're not going to trick me. I'm no coward. I intend to go through with it.
I just think there are reasons to stay alive, yeah.
Like what? I'm stuck slaving away for that culus cumulatis for the rest of my life. What do I have to live for?
Maybe we could be friends?
You're just saying that to buy time. You must think I'm an idiot. I'm out. Wherever you are, Scintilla, my love. I'm sorry.
Ulpius, no!
Can I have my cursor back, please?
I can't believe he went through with it. Oh Lord. That poor lamb.
His suicide didn't break the golden rule.
Well, I suppose it means suicide isn't a sin under the Golden Rule. So I guess that means whichever god is responsible for it. It isn't mine.
And your god insists he's the only one, which presents some philosophical difficulty. What happens now?
I'll have to let everyone know what happened. And I guess Malleolus will have to clean up the mess in his villa. It's of his own making, after all. And I'd best pray for poor Ulpius.
He landed in Malleolus's villa? That's pretty Pretty striking message, isn't it? Did he smash a hole in the floor? Why is there a rippling effect? Oh, it's water. Did he let water into the villa? Alright. I want to jump in there, but I'm going to go in here first. How can we pass this test if we don't know the rules? Yeah, maybe it's not a test. Maybe it's just fuckery. Alright. Well, that was an easy one. You know what? I'm going.
Thank you. Thank you. I am delighted and deeply honored to have been elected your magistrate. Magistrate, is it? Yes. Thank you. Thank you. I am delighted and deeply honored. And now,
Painted Greek vase depicting some kind of battle. Interesting. So, did our suicidal friend smash through the floor and open that up, or what? Ulpius, to his lost love, may God watch over you. Please know that I held on as long as I could, but without you my life is meaningless. I only hope we meet again in Gan Eden. Yeah, that's what it says. Is that some kind of proto-Christian thing? Julia, to her captors Malleolus and Claudia, curse you to the depths. By the time you read this, I'll already be dead, because death is preferable to another day and debt bondage to you. May vultures peck out your livers in Tartarus for all of eternity. Bottle for Hemlock. Isn't that a... No. No. I think Claudia might be the doctor's friend. So that's 2 suicides that I know about now. What is this? A small household shrine where ancient Romans offer daily prayers for protection. Well, this place is lavish, isn't it? How do I get in there, eh? All right, Mr. Malleolus, I guess it's time I disturb you.
Delighted and
Did you just leap into my villa from the balcony 100 feet above? That was either extremely reckless or impressively clever. Well, why have you risked life and limb to see me?
He's a heterochromate. Chromate? What's your story?
I'm Malleolus, and if it wasn't for this interruption, I'd be practicing my victory speech for the election later today.
What will you do if you win?
I'm glad you asked. I'll finally restore freedom to this city, just as I've been promising. These good people have suffered long enough under Sentius's tyranny.
How will you do that?
By declaring there's no such thing as the Golden Rule. It's a children's fable exploited by Sentius to frighten us into submission. Wait, don't tell me you've fallen victim to that monstrous lie?
What makes you sure it's not real?
The person making a claim bears the onus of proving that claim. Can you do that? Can you prove the Golden Rule is real?
You gonna answer a question with another question? That's not actually how argument works. It's definitely real.
Nonsense. There's no way you can prove that. If it was real and you'd seen someone break it, then you'd be dead already.
How about I found a book called The Myth of the Golden Rule. Whoever wrote it obviously died because they refused to accept the Golden Rule.
You mean that book next to a golden statue in the theater? Tell me, how do you know that statue wasn't put there by Sentius himself? You can't know, can you?
Do you think Sentius put all of the golden statues here? Do you have any idea how much gold that takes? I'm reliving the same day over and over again.
What? Oh, I see what's happening here. Another poor, vulnerable soul taken in by Sentius's machinations.
I mean, in fairness, I wouldn't believe it
He won't get away
either.
with this much longer.
What would it take to prove to you it's real?
Surely, you're not one of those people who believes everything.
Yeah. I'm not even going to try the... whatever that's called. I can see nothing I say is going to convince you.
True, but that is simply because you are mistaken.
Well, no. But I don't blame you for thinking that, even if you are a douche. Do you know a way out of here?
I'm afraid not. We're stuck down here together, for better or worse. We're all going to have to make the best of it.
What do you think about the Golden Rule? You already told
You mean
me.
the children's fable exploited by Sentius to scare us all into doing what he wants?
I'll be going now.
I trust you can see yourself out. Through the door this time. There's a key just beside it.
Oh, sweet. I'm going to keep that key forever and ever now. Now, I have been asked to leave, which might mean that I am breaking my mandate by not leaving. You know, I was planning to retrieve a weapon from the bottom of the chasm, but I'm no longer convinced that that's viable.
Still here?
Yeah, still here. There's a key next to the door. So I know I didn't ask him to drop out of the election. There we go. Don't mind if I do. I'm gonna save that for later, because I want to see what happens if he wins the election. Aside from, the immediate breaking of the Golden Rule. So Malleolus, keys being difficult and expensive to make around here in this time, I do wonder if this key will also open, yeah it will, some other doors that I'm interested in.
You're not supposed to be in here.
Can we talk?
Talk? What business could you possibly have with me?
Why are you locked in this room?
My marital affairs are no concern of yours. Thank you very much.
What's your story?
I think a better question is, why am I being interrogated by a stranger who just barged into my villa? I have quite enough marriage trouble already, without having to explain to my husband why I am receiving strange men in private.
Do you know a way out of here?
Preferably the way you came in, by which I mean, please leave.
What do you think about the Golden Rule?
I think it's about to be broken if you don't hurry up and leave.
Well, that'll be inconvenient for you, and less so for me. But I guess I'll go.
Finally! This is outrageous.
Oh, he's got some monies, huh? Ares, yep. Okay. Was there another door? I don't think there was. This is a really large and no doubt expensive place to build, but it also is just so much wasted space. I wouldn't be very happy with this place. That's not my suicide, is it? What happened to the guy that threw himself over? Because he didn't just turn into a skeleton at the bottom of that pit. Alrighty. Can I open any other doors? This one was already open.
Arve.
Wait a minute. Do you teleport? Which priestess?
A new face. Arve, and may Vesta watch over you.
Yeah,
I
you're the
met
priestess.
Sophia. To what do I owe the pleasure of this visit?
I've been asking people about how they wound up here.
Interesting. I'm not sure why you're telling me, but you've come to the right person. Did you find a pattern then? What have you noticed?
Some people mentioned a river.
Yes. I understand many of our friends were carried here by a river current. What else?
That's all I noticed. That's not true.
There are definitely some common threads there. But I think we'll need
What about the
at least a
fires?
few
And what
to
about the
ensure we're
person
not just
pulling you
seeing
out of the river?
coincidences. Keep asking people how they wound up here. I don't want us to rush to any conclusions yet. Livia's fate weighs heavily on my mind.
Okay.
Come
Okay.
back to me.
Okay. So who have I not talked to yet? I guess I should go back to the, market district. I always forget I can sprint. I would really like to get up on top of that aqueduct, but I guess I have to either solve Dooley's problem or find some other way up there. Which way does that go? Is this the downside or the upside? Or is it both? Don't mind if I do. That's an odd place for you to be hanging out. Okay, good. Wait a minute. There's a ladder. All right. Will this get me into the cistern? I don't think so. The water isn't even running. Actually, was this aqueduct? No, this was always just a walkway. Oh, I wonder if those zip lines are to help me get back to the portal in a hurry. Come on, get up there. No? You're not a very good jumper, friend. Well, that doesn't take me into any caves, does it? Let's try the zip line. People are going to think I'm a lunatic, but they probably should think that already. Can I walk on this? Oh, that was almost death. That is death. Parkour is punishing in this game. Where are we going to be?
Come back to me once you've acquainted yourself with the rest of our neighbors.
Yeah, okay. Well, that wasn't very fruitful. In any case, we're all out of time for episode 5, so come back and see me again in episode 6, and I'm going to make my way back to the barkeep lady and see if I can honey my words more effectively this time around. Talk to you soon.